Guys, welcome to the Fear Summoning Frequency. My name is Sarah Erb. I'm your host as usual, and today this is gonna be a very raw, uncut version and episode because I want to talk about intentions and about intention-free joy. What do I mean by that? So, I'm very into oracle cards, and whenever I feel it, I just grab an oracle card. I pick an oracle card, and yesterday it was the card joy. And I was like, okay, easy, because I'm a embodiment, aka pleasure coach. Like, I know what pleasure is, how to tap into joy. And then the embodiment practice of the oracle set was put your hand on the card and truly connect your heart with the frequency of joy. And I was like, yeah, easy, I can do it. And then I felt nothing. And I was like, huh, something's wrong here. I could not create a connection. And then my heart was telling me, because you set an intention on it. And I'm like, what do you mean? And I sat with it. And I understood what my heart meant. That somehow, and maybe if you run a business or if something you're currently bringing on the market, bringing to birth, and is very important for you, is in your life, then you might relate right now, that you want it to work out. So you try to set an intention to that joy. Like it should have a certain outcome. And I realized very fast, wow, the last months, if not years, I just did things if there was a match between, if they were having two things, joy, bringing me joy, and an outcome, aka income. And I realized that's not the purpose of it. That's not what joy is for. Joy should be intention free, and I label joy with intentions, to have a certain outcome, um, to do it for, which is never good when you do something joyful for something, because then it's not out of joy, then it's not pure joy. Like, let's be honest, what is the definition of joy? Doing something which you love, detached from the outcome. And I still, and I'm very honest and vulnerable with you here, guys, I'm still sometimes, and we're in the year of 9, so this is nice to dissolve, I am still sometimes tapping into that performance cult where you think you have to do something in order to get something or achieve something. But we are also the generation that wants to do everything out of joy and intuition and pleasure. We don't want to hustle. We want to do it out of joy. But this is like bypassing. This is performance culture in disguise. If we say, yeah, we do it out of joy, but for no. And I had a call with my best friend today, and she was, wait, I wrote that. She was really asking me one question. When did you do something the last time without intention, out of pure joy? And I was thinking, and I was like, creating my coaching business 2020. And it thrived from day one. And it's funny because I also told her, like, yeah, the whole scaling process, I did not feel it back then. It was very fast that I tried to scale. And I think I made all the mistakes that you can make because I did not do it out of joy. It was not like, yeah, my business is ready to expand, I want to do it out of joy, let's see how it goes. It was like, it has to work. And I set an intention, like I talked myself into, yeah, I do it out of joy. But secretly, there was an intention. The intention to grow, to expand, to be globally, etc., etc. So ask yourself that one question. When did you do something out of pure joy the last time? And I challenge myself now, and you can feel free to join that challenge. I challenge myself now to just do things that bring me joy. Joy. not an income, not an orgasm. Joy. It's really just about joy. Mm, and then I was like, in the call with my best friend, I was like, actually, I want to write again. And she's like, why aren't you doing that? And I'm like, because it's not really good for my business. And she's like, why not? And I'm like, well, because novels, it's a 15 euro book, you know, like it's not bringing me millions. And she's like, there you have it. There you have it. So for me, the challenge is to start writing again, to do something that I truly love. Because I started with a blog, in case you don't know. I had a fashion blog, first in English, then in German, then again in English. I started this podcast where I could talk. I started writing books. I already released 5 books because I like to write. That's why I like Instagram posts and reels. I literally just like to talk and write. And I should do them more often without out of pure joy and not with an intention of achieving a certain thing or because I think that I have to do it. And I think that this is a problem in our society in general, that we think we have to do something in order to, and we should just do things without any thought of what might happen with it, just out of pure lust and joy. This is thriving. This is the key. And this is, in the end of the day, the key to success. But here is the catch. Knowing that pure joy is the key to success, but not using it as the key to success, because this is what I did. I knew that pure joy is the key to success. And then I put it on an intention. I like do it with joy, your achievements. But then I set the intention of like, yeah, I do it for, but with joy. No. So the real flex is understanding that joy and pleasure are your keys to success and to succeed in life in general, but not using it against yourself. I said what I said. So yeah, this was something I was keen on talking about, because I think that so many people in our society suffer from this, and we live in a world, everyone is living their best lives, everyone starts something great now, soul business, soul purpose, soul mission, soul everywhere, and soul and joy and pleasure, and everyone is just full of joy and pleasure, right? But are you really doing it out of joy and pleasure, or is there something behind? And sometimes we don't even know that there is an intention behind. So, but a good thing for you to understand, if you live joyful with intention or without intention, is like, if there is not a certain outcome of that joyful thing that you're doing or practicing, are you sad then and disappointed, or are you fine with it? Because when you're sad and disappointed, then you know that there was an intention with your joy. And if you're fine with whatever might happen, then you're on the wave and flow of life, on the feminine frequency, by the way, as well, on the abundance frequency, because that's abundance. To just be fine with whatever may happen, to be open for everything, for all the possibilities, for all the opportunities, for all the good and bad, because you know that in the end of the day, everything is good for you. All the experiences that we experience in our life are making us evolve and rise. So it's a good experience. There are no bad experiences. And in the moment we understand that, we can truly operate out of joy, just like that. And in that state of joy and pleasure, everything falls into place, whatever that might be. And I know we live in a very performance driven and hustle driven, achievement driven world, money, numbers driven world, where it's all about like, yeah, how much do you gain? How much did you achieve this month? What's your number? Sales revenue, blah, blah, blah. Is it really about that? That's just the matrix game that keeps us in the matrix. That's one of the last things where they catch us with that money game. This is an illusion. There is no such thing as a lack of money. The Fed prints non-stop, and the amount of money that is there virtually is not existing. It's just not even possible to print that. So it's all a big scam at the end of the day. It's an illusion. It's an illusion we're still falling for. Most of the people do, because we get bills and we have to pay that, and then we're like, oh, but is it really that? Oh, did anyone die from it? No, no, no. So detach from that. Just do it out of pure joy. And especially because that's what I've seen with my clients, also with myself in certain situations. Luteal phase. We all know what that means, right? Yeah. That's what I've seen in luteal phase with my clients. That the money thing is what catches us the most, where we're falling into lack, nothing else actually. And the laughing, needing a man. You don't need a man, honey. You want a man. You don't need one. Needing is harsh. You want it, and it's okay. That's okay. You also don't need money because you breathe, right? And I know something in you says, but I have to pay bills. Everything is okay. Everything is good. I truly believe that we're here to exit the matrix and the systems that we are born in that are hyper toxic and keep trying to keep us small in order to live our most joyful life. But that comes with understanding that joy is just true joy if it's without intention, and not like, yeah, I like to do that because then just do it because you want it, because you like it. For me, for example, that is freediving. I don't earn money with freediving. I'm actually kind of exhausted after I did that, but I love it. That is my joy. That is my joy. I love it. But still, I set a small intention to it because I like to make pictures and videos when I'm freediving. So I forced myself to not take pictures and videos anymore, to just truly enjoy and surrender the moment when you go into the water and just flow with it. And this is such a different feeling. I absolutely adore it. So even this, without intention. And maybe if you're big on Instagram and you are on any social media platform, you tend to make pictures and videos of everything. That's also an intention that you bring with your joy. Oh yeah, that is so much fun, but let's make a video and picture so I can create content about that. Try to, I get it, it's a job, it's mine as well, but don't, for just a week or a day. If it's not possible for a week, for a day, do something literally out of pure joy without thinking of who can see that, how can I monetize that. No. Our world is really a bit fucked up and we're all living in it, and it's okay. That's why I also shared my personal story here, because like I'm still falling for it as well. Sometimes I'm very honest with you, and this is normal. I'm still a human being, or at least I'm in a human body. So star seeds will understand, and we just try to fix this fucked up system, right? We have to understand it, we have to be aware, we have to be mindful, we have to be conscious, then we can arise from it. Otherwise we're stuck in it, and that's not the point of incarnation here in this Aquarius era. So yeah, that was what I wanted to share with you today, and I hope you had fun with that story. I love you.